Hey guys, in the beginning of this video, I just got done filming it. I want to put a little disclaimer. I am not typically this angry, but this entire topic really makes me upset. So, no, I'm not typically this bitter and hostile, but hopefully y'all can hear me out. And let's get into the video. Hi guys, we have an update on the not so resilient Jenkins cat situation. Steph and Drew have been served with 3 citations from the local animal protection agency in Oregon, and I am so glad. Now, as is on brand with Steph, this dirty hoe decided to come on and make herself a victim yet again. She sat there and twisted the truth, was completely dishonest, made herself out to be a victim, even threw in a few fake tears and a little crack in her voice for the dramatic effect of it all. I'm not buying it. You shouldn't either. And I want to talk about it for a couple of minutes. So, what her new narrative is with the cats is that they were strays, that the good Samaritans that they are, they were taking their turn taking care of these cats. Now, we know that that is just factually incorrect. One of the cats was a birthday present from Drew, and I don't know what kind of person goes outside of their front door and decides to say, hey, here's a stray cat, happy birthday to you. That's just not the way that it works. And what she's expecting her soulless supporters to do is to go ahead and buy into this narrative. Steph and Drew abandoned those cats. They were in fact malnourished when Shaylin decided to save specifically Milo, who was literally on, like, he was knocking on death's door. If Milo would have been out for another, I don't know, I don't feel super comfortable like putting a specific period of time on it, but that cat was weeks away from being found unalive. So you did nourish the cats, you did abuse them, you did abandon them, and now y'all can't own pets for 2 years. Now, do I think that they should be put on a blacklist of sorts and not be allowed to own any pets for the rest of their lives? Yes, I absolutely do. But in this moment, I'm looking at the glass as half full and thinking at least we got this far. And in typical Steph fashion, she's still trying to twist the narrative that Shaylin is some kind of like clout chasing goblin who is just out here literally saving a cat's life for clout. Stephanie, do you realize that you are cosplaying as being poor and showing your abusive parenting? Imagine abusing your pet, malnourishing them, throwing them out not once but twice, and then allegedly throwing hot water towards the cats to keep them away from what they thought was their home. And someone comes, and now those cats are safe and being loved, and they're secure, and you think that person was chasing clout off of your nasty ass. The delusion is real. The lack of any kind of using missteps as a way to do better, it went in the trash bin a long time ago. Steph and Drew are 2 of the most gutless, soulless pieces of garbage that I've come across on social media. And I've always said I've seen my fair share of trash online. These 2 take the cake in such a grand way. If it wasn't so sad, I would be impressed. because all that they're doing is harming people and pets that are in their aura, and have to so tragically look at them for food, safety, security, love, any kind of normalcy. If these two are in your aura, I have a broken heart for you. And that goes for Cats and her kids. She sat there and tried to say that the cats were strays, that they were taking turns taking care of. She tried to say that she didn't want to abandon them, but the resources were not there, which is a complete lie. She said that people were not being genuine about trying to help. You cannot be truthful to save your own life. And she, again, is really relying on those stupid followers that are believing and eating up every word that she says to float her through this catastrophe of a TikTok presence that she's trying to build. She literally sat there and tried to say, oh, we saved some of their toys. Oh, we're so sad. Meh, 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 meh. You documented throwing all of their stuff in the trash. You documented your abuse. You documented your abandonment. You documented and then tried to double and triple down on you literally not taking care of the cats and then throwing them out in the street. And you think that people are going to believe that now all of a sudden they're strays that you were taking care of? You weren't doing anything but laying on your back making more babies. It makes me sick, disgusted, all of the things. But that's what's going on. She's addressed it and put some new lies out there. And I'm waiting for her followers to wake up. Because how on earth can anyone listen to the bullshit that comes out of her mouth and take anything at face value?
I hope everyone is doing good today. I'm going to try to get this done real quick before Drew gets back with the two older kids from school. My babies are both taking their nap. Okay, so let's talk about it. So we received 3 citations for the cats that we quote-unquote abandoned. And I wanted to just kind of go over that a little bit. So when I went and talked to the animal control lady, I kind of just ran this theory by her. From a logical point of view, like, we don't have anything to do with these cats at this point. We can't find resources. The resources, or the people who have reached out to me, haven't been legitimate about it, because let's be honest, you weren't serious about helping until it could bring clout to you. Beside that point, I let her know, like, these are strays that we brought in and we took care of them to the best of our abilities. At this point, we just can't take them with us, and we're letting them back out. And another thing that I mentioned was that this community, this apartment complex, there's a ton of stray cats. There's a lot. And everybody in that apartment complex puts food out. We all just took our turns taking care of the cats out there. None of the cats out there were skinny, scrawny strays. You go in that apartment complex, look at all of them running around. They all look like they belong to someone, but they were all freaking strays. Anyways, so I said, we can't keep them. We have to let them back out. Are we really held accountable for these cats that we can't keep anymore? And she said, technically, no. If it was a stray you took in and you're letting them back out into the wild, that's not on you. So why I have 2 citations for 2 strays, I don't know. Conscious, I completely understand. She was my baby, and it breaks my freaking heart that I don't have her. It breaks my heart that we don't have any of our cats. Honestly, every day it's been, we miss the heck out of our cats. We look at our pictures of them all the time. We kept some of their toys and things. Like, it wasn't easy to have to do that. And come on, man. You try to understand if you haven't been there. There's people who do understand, and those are the people that relate to us. So take with it what you will. I miss our cats. I never would have made that choice if I didn't freaking have to. And now we're going to pay some citations.
You didn't call the shelters. You didn't talk to animal control. You didn't meet with an animal control officer. You didn't talk to anybody about what can actually be done. All you said was nothing was going to work. Here, let me throw their stuff in the bin, and that's going to be all she wrote. Until Shaylin came in and literally saved those cats. Disgusting. I'm done for now. If you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.